I'm Annika, and I am speaking to you directly from the heart of the Philippines. Today, we aren't talking about postcards, tropical beaches, or fairy tales. We are talking about your survival. Most girls my age would absolutely crucify me for what I'm about to tell you. But I don't care about their secrets. I care about your future. If you are a man over 60, you need to listen to me very carefully. Your biggest enemy in this country isn't a pickpocket in a crowded market or a scammer in a dark alley. It is that stunning 20-something girl sitting across from you at dinner right now. It's the one with the sweet smile and the gentle touch who has already calculated, to the very cent, the exact value of your monthly Social Security check. You think you finally found the appreciation you deserve, but in reality, you might just be a pension mining project. You are being harvested, not loved. You've spent 40 years working your hands to the bone to secure your retirement, and now you're handing the keys to a professional predator because you're starving for a little affection. In this video, I'm exposing the 5 specific red flags that prove she's only interested in your exit strategy, not your heart. If you see even 2 of these, you need to cut the cord immediately. Your peace of mind and your bank account depend on the next few minutes. Stay focused or prepare to go home broke and broken. Let's take a breath and talk about the elephant in the room. The dream you carried across the Pacific in your suitcase. You've seen the colorful travel vlogs of smiling girls in sundresses, the promises of a traditional wife who will treat you like a king, and the intoxicating idea that your age is suddenly a superpower. It's a beautiful fantasy, isn't it? But here is the cold, hard truth that most of my sisters will never admit to your face. That paradise is often a carefully constructed product, and you are the ultimate consumer. I know why you're really here. I see it in your eyes when you walk through the malls in Makati or sit alone at a seaside bar in Dumaguete. You've spent 40 years building a life, working late shifts, paying a mortgage, and playing by every single rule, only to find that in your own country, you've become a ghost. You're told you're too old, too traditional, or you're simply invisible to women who have forgotten how to appreciate a man of substance and experience. You aren't a villain for wanting to be seen, touched, and respected again. You aren't creepy for wanting to taste the ripe mango one more time before the sun sets on your horizon. You are a man who has earned his peace, and I respect that deeply. It's not your fault that you've fallen for the Maria Clara mask. You come from a culture where a promise still has weight, where I love you isn't a sophisticated financial strategy. But here, in the shadows of the palms, survival is often the only religion people have time to practice. To a girl coming from a crowded province with 10 siblings to feed, you aren't just a boyfriend. You are a walking jackpot. You are a one-time withdrawal that can change her entire family's destiny overnight. She looks at you, and she doesn't see your wisdom or the lines of character on your face. She sees a pension mining project. She sees a golden opportunity to water the family garden using your hard-earned hose until the well runs dry. I'm not here to mock your heart or tell you to go home. I'm here to be the loyal insider who pulls you back from the edge of the cliff. You deserve more than being a community support project disguised as a romance. You deserve a partner who wants to help you cook the meal, not just someone waiting to fill her plate at your retirement buffet until the last crumb of your Social Security is gone. Now, take off those rose-colored glasses because we are about to look at the grime underneath the fingernails of this perfect romance. Tighten your belt. The real lessons start now. To really grasp the danger you're in, you need to understand a fundamental difference in how we view opportunity here. Think of yourself not as a husband, but as a grand Sunday seafood buffet at a five-star hotel. You know the type. The ones where people pay a small fee at the door and then spend 3 hours trying to eat every single lobster tail and crab leg in sight. They aren't there to appreciate the chef's hard work or to help clean the kitchen afterward. Their only goal is to get their money's worth and fill their bellies, and their families' bellies, until the manager turns off the lights and kicks them out. In your world, you were raised to believe that a relationship is a shared garden where both people bring seeds, water the plants together, and eventually share the harvest. But to a girl raised in a survival culture, you aren't a co-gardener. You are a ripe mango tree that just happened to grow in her backyard. She doesn't feel guilty for shaking the branches until every last piece of fruit falls into her basket. Why would she? In her mind, if you have too much juice and she has none, it is only natural for her to squeeze the fruit until the glass is full. She isn't looking to build a home with you. She is looking to strip the house for parts. She wants the unlimited refills of your Social Security without ever intending to help with the groceries. If you don't realize you're being treated like an all-you-can-eat special, you'll find yourself starving in your own living room while 20 of her relatives are outside using your hot sauce to flavor their own dinner. Keep this image in your head, because every red flag I'm about to show you is just another relative grabbing a plate and heading for your buffet line. Now, let's stop looking at the scenery and start looking at the scoreboard. You aren't here for a lecture. You're here for the playbook that prevents you from becoming just another broken-hearted man on a flight back to reality. If you want to know if she's watering your garden because she loves the fruit, or if she's just waiting for the mangoes to drop so she can sell them at the market, you need to watch for these 5 specific red flags. The first one is what we locals call the emergency script, or more traditionally, the sick carabao syndrome. This is the moment, usually within the first 90 days of your romance, when a sudden catastrophe strikes her family. A roof collapses, a grandmother needs immediate surgery, or the family water buffalo, the carabao, has mysteriously passed away. The direct fact is simple. She needs a specific amount of money, right now. But here is the hidden truth that most pension miners won't tell you. This is a calculated stress test for your liquid limits. She is checking to see how quickly you reach for your wallet when she uses her tears as a lubricant. She wants to know if your Social Security is a fixed deposit or an emergency fund she can dip into whenever she feels like it. If she's already asking you to save the village before you've even had a chance to taste the spicy sauce of a long-term commitment, she isn't testing your love. She's testing your withdrawal speed. My advice? Apply the 90-day freeze. A genuine traditional Filipina is incredibly shy and would rather eat dust than ask a new partner for money early on. If the bill comes before the 3rd month, close the tab and walk away. This leads us to a more modern and perhaps more insulting trap: the social media shadow. You'll notice she is constantly on her phone, tasting the digital air, posting photos of her lunch, her new shoes, and her besties at the beach. But you are nowhere to be found. You are the invisible man in her digital life. The hidden truth here is cold. She is keeping her market value open for other investors. If she posts your face, she signals to the rest of the world that her shop is closed. By keeping you in the shadows, she ensures that her inbox remains a busy jungle where other men can still try their luck. She's using your money to buy the clothes and the phone that she uses to advertise her availability to the next guy. It's a pension mining strategy that keeps her options liquid. If you are her partner, you should be her pride. If you're just her ATM, you are a secret she doesn't want her other customers to see. By the way, if you want the insider's map to avoid these traps before you even book your flight, I have a private newsletter where I go much deeper into the survival scripts girls use. It's free, and you can find the link in the description. I share the secrets that would get me kicked out of the kitchen if my sisters found out. Now, let's get to the most chilling red flag of all. Flag number 3, financial inheritance mapping. This starts with questions of care. She'll ask, "How is your heart, honey?" Or, "What does the doctor say about your longevity?" It sounds like she wants to keep the engine running, but look closer. She's really asking about future asset planning. She wants to know what happens to your garage and your bank vault if you suddenly stop breathing. If she is more interested in your exit strategy than your current vitality, she isn't a girlfriend. She's an executor in a sundress. She's calculating how many years of watering the garden she has left before she can harvest the whole farm. If she starts asking about your will or your succession interest before you've even used the back door of a serious relationship, you need to vague up your answers. Tell her your pension dies with you. Watch how fast her affection cools down when she realizes there is no pot of gold at the end of your sunset. Fourth, watch out for the comparison trap, or what I call peer benchmarking. She'll mention, almost like a whisper in the night, how her cousin's Kano boyfriend just bought the family a brand new Toyota or opened a Jollibee franchise for the parents. She's anchoring your spending habits to the highest bidder in her village. She's telling you that if you want to keep visiting the jungle and tasting the ripe mango, you need to match the market price set by the richest foreigner in town. She is turning your relationship into a competitive auction. My instruction is simple: zero tolerance. Remind her that you are the man, not a community development project. If she wants to compare menus, tell her she's free to go find that other Kano and see if his hot sauce tastes as good as yours. Finally, we have the barangay committee barrier. This is when you visit her family and you realize you are never allowed to speak to the elders alone. She filters every conversation. The hidden truth is that she is the gatekeeper of the contract. She tells her parents you're a multimillionaire who is going to build them a palace, while she tells you her parents are starving and need a monthly subscription to stay alive. She is managing the information flow to ensure the pension mining operation stays profitable for her. To beat this, use a translation app or find a third-party scout to talk to the neighbors. If you find out she's been translating your "I love you" into "he's sending $500 tomorrow," you need to pull the plug on the whole project before the barangay committee decides you're their permanent sponsor. Stay sharp, because the next realization is the one that truly breaks a man's heart. Now, I am going to tell you something that will keep you awake tonight. You think your greatest shield is her affection. You believe that if she genuinely loves you, you are finally safe from the pension mining operation. You couldn't be more wrong. In fact, the most dangerous woman in the Philippines isn't the cold-hearted gold digger. It is the girl who actually, truly cares for you. Why? Because of a cultural ghost called utang na loob, the infinite debt of gratitude. Even if she adores your wisdom and enjoys your company with genuine passion in the bedroom, she is bound by blood to a village of 20 people standing invisibly behind her. To her family, you aren't a man. You are the divine provider. You are the rainmaker who must end their lifelong drought. When the choice comes, and it always comes, between your financial survival and her mother's medical bills or her brother's tuition, she will choose them every single time. She will empty your bucket with tears in her eyes, crying while she plucks your feathers to keep her family warm. Her heart is yours, but her loyalty is a predatory contract she signed the day she was born. You aren't just dating a girl, you are subsidizing an entire ecosystem. If you don't realize that you are the sacrificial lamb at the family altar, then you are the biggest scammer of all, because you are lying to yourself about the true price of tasting the mango. Real love here isn't a fairy tale. It is a high-stakes, hostage negotiation with poverty, and your retirement is the ransom. I know I've just dragged you through the thorns and shown you the shadows lurking in the jungle, but please, take a deep breath. I didn't tell you all this to make you cynical or to send you packing back to a cold, lonely house in the West. I told you this because I want you to win. Despite the traps and the pension miners, the Philippines remains the most beautiful place on earth for a man of your caliber to find a loyalty that simply doesn't exist in your home country anymore. There are thousands of incredible, hard-working, and deeply traditional women here who aren't looking for a jackpot. They are looking for a rock. They are looking for the stability, the wisdom, and the gentle strength that only a man over 60 can provide. To the right woman, your gray hair isn't a due date. It is a crown of experience. You have reached the absolute apogee of your life. While younger men are out chasing ghosts and playing games, you have the substance to build a real sanctuary. Now that I've given you the insider's map and showed you where the holes are in the road, you can finally drive toward your sunset with total confidence. You aren't a victim anymore. You are the wise traveler who knows exactly how to taste the mango without ever getting stung. You deserve this happiness, and she is out there, waiting for a man exactly like you. So, tell me, have you already seen one of these red flags waving in your own backyard? Or are you just now realizing why the air felt so thin during your last dinner date? Share your story in the comments. I read every single one, because your experience is the map for the next man. My mission here is simple. I want to make this world a little less lonely by helping honorable men like you find a sanctuary built on respect, not just a monthly transfer. If you value this insider's talk and want to support my work, a small tip for a cold San Miguel beer or a bucket of Jollibee chicken would mean the world. It keeps my spirit sharp and my truths coming. Salamat for your time, stay wise, and good luck out there, wise traveler.